Welcome to Living World of Darkness, Changeling venue, and welcome to the Queen's Hunt. Queen Mab has called a hunt on her own private land in upstate New York. This is a magical, enchanted area of forest, which normally no one's allowed into, as it is her private domain. But occasionally she'll throw one of these little hunting group parties, kind of a morale boost for the people, and commoner and lord alike are allowed to run around like crazy in her woods trying to kill things. Well, kill one specific and special thing anyway. And we have quite the assembled masses in this big meadow that's a good couple hundred feet from the tree line of this forest. And this forest is kind of a mixture of different tree types, but it's all very, beg your pardon, it's all very looks like something out of a fantasy movie. There's a rainbow poking out there, you know. It's all kind of mystical looking. A bit of mist hanging over certain parts, despite the fact that it's like quite a warm morning. Anyway, on this field there are various serfs and other excuse me. There are various serfs and other lackeys preparing for the feast, which will start later in the day once the hunt has been completed. But for now, there is a grandstand, which you will see Queen Mab is sat there. She is flanked by Morwen and Princess Lenore. They're all kind of, but that's quite distant. There's quite a crowd of people because the commoners, of course, love this when this happens because they get to kind of poach in the Queen's Forest, and people turn a blind eye to it. It's one of those things where for that day no one's going to question it too much as long as they don't take the piss, and it's a good excuse to go and get drunk. But among those for whom hunting is a sport, for them this is a chance to prove themselves. And we have many players here on both sides of that spectrum. The getting drunk off their asses and the I'm going to win this. So let me introduce you to the competition, if you will. There's lots of different groups. Mostly it's a she-noble or a small group of she-nobles with their underlings who they're on horseback, and some of them have dogs and they have their pennants flying and they're getting ready. But amongst them, as in any good story, there's a background of people, but there's those who stand out. The ones that are going to be relevant. And this is Changeling, so that kind of narrative works. So let me introduce you first to your competition. From the Guild of Clock and Toy Makers, we have a gentleman named Werner and his team who are very noticeable. In fact, they're probably the first thing you would notice as you kind of arrive, as they are putting the final touches to a large mechanical crab. There are steam is belching from the back of this thing, and they are tinkering with things, trying to get this clicking and whirring machine under control. And it looks basically like if you imagine a tank crossed with a crab, but with a steampunk aesthetic. And there's a bunch of knockers with him, and they are tinkering with this thing. Flying from the crab's back, however, is a banner with the crossed keys of the guild. There are many commoners here who mostly they form up into groups. There's a few commoners who are going it alone and clearly have the intent of catching, those who probably hunt for a living anyway. But mostly commoners are in groups. Many of them are pulling little beer carts and have bags full of snacks and are basically preparing to go and have a jolly old time in the woods. The Marshal is amongst the group. She is alone on horseback and has not wearing her usual armor, instead going for soft leather leggings and a sort of light armored leather vest over a blouse. Her hair's tied back and she just has a single lance. There is a great barking and howling coming from one group, and you see those of you who are connected, those of you who are in politics will recognize Sasha von Habsburg, a countess who comes from Europe and is known far and wide as the best dog breeder in the best dog breeder in all the land. She takes great pride. She does not chimerically build these things. These are real dogs that are bred for hunting. They are huge. They don't really resemble any earthly breed too much. They have more wolf in them than anything. They're foaming at the mouth. These things are ready to rear. It's her on horseback and her handlers with the dogs. She's wrapped in furs from various kills, and she wears a fur hat. Her jet black hair is straight down her back, and she has very kind of European features, olive-skinned, very haughty-looking, kind of up on her horse as her peasants try to get these dogs under control. Another who stands out would be Sir Arden Hendricks, who those of you who keep up with the gossip would know he's actually only recently been promoted to knight. His father was injured during the war and is, well, rumored to be on his deathbed. Sir Arden is actually quite well liked. He's a nice guy, basically. But it's clear that he's been kind of rushed into being a knight because his father could go any day. And he's wearing his house colours, but he is not going alone. Also on horseback with him, you will see Portia the Puka, who is doing her best doe eyes at the young knight. And off to one side, the strangest group. What house is he? He is a Goodwin. Off to one side, you see a small group. Again, these guys are actually mounted on. These guys are mounted on stags. Some of them have antlers. Some of them have animal features. There is, in fact, a group of Athene joining the party. They are set well away from everybody else. I'm not entirely certain who amongst you would recognize the woman at their head, or would recognize her shock of blue face paint. But yes, it would seem a group of Athene have taken up the call, and as the hunt is open to all law-abiding and citizens of the Kingdom of Apples, and technically the Athene are now, well, let's just say that there's a lot of chat about what exactly they think they're doing here, but they are entitled to participate. So that gives you an idea of the competition. There are, of course, numerous other groups, but they're less important. They will not feature heavily in tonight's story. So I will go to the first group, Valarius, Pietro, and Rychard. Could you tell me, please, your plans, how you're preparing, and what you make of the competition?
Valarius is there. He looks rather excited. This has been a while since he's gone on a hunt. It reminds him of the old days where he used to go after things into the deep dreaming, where he'd go with his knights, where he was just up and coming. He's really excited. Also, anybody that's watching him particularly close, I'd say give a perception, Kenny, because there's something interesting about him right now.
Yeah, perception canning at -2 difficulty cost. Heightened senses.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find my there we go. So it's a total of 5 dice. Boom! There you go. Oh, damn.
Is it what I'm thinking? What you're referring to?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well then anybody around Eve would have the same problem.
Mm-hmm. It's very obvious.
You are correct.
But for our viewers, please spell it out.
Okay, so for those of you, Eve and Valarius have just raspitied, and it went successfully, and you can see the glamour pouring off of them. You feel a very warm, nice sensation when you're next to them, and they look very much so in love.
So basically, your afterglow is so strong, other people.
Yes, yeah, other people can feel the afterglow.
That is.
It's really strong off of Eve, by the way, because she gained a permanent point of glamour.
The scene hasn't been posted yet because we just did the scene.
We just did it, but
that's fine. That's fine.
Giggity.
Pretty much, yeah. Although it was really dirty giggity, but yeah.
Oh dear God.
Okay, so What are your please talk amongst yourselves here. Give us some idea of how you're preparing for this hunt.
Pietro will be behind Valarius. He's just testing his blade, his rapier. He's wearing his black soft leather armor with a red tree painted on the chest and on the back. Soft leather boots, his soft leather hat, and all yada yada yada. He's just behind the Baron, listening to everyone, looking at everyone, and he's sporting a very small smile. Something that most people will find weird in him, since he does never show emotion on his freaking face.
Valarius is sporting his sheet armor for those that are watching him closely. Besides the other obvious stuff, the sheet armor isn't normal. It's fitted to him, and it looks very comfortable, more comfortable than usual. And he seems extremely excited. He also has a lighter in one hand, and he is standing on what appears to be a board of some kind.
Well, Baron, let me tell you, you look charming today.
Oh, you. Bet you say that to all the boys.
Well, 95% of the time I do.
Rychard is on one knee at this point. He's not wearing any sort of sheet armor. He's foregone the bright green and gold of House Goodwin for a very subdued leather vest and soft leather pants. This is the first time that anybody has seen him without sleeves and an open shirt. Apart from the wings, it's very obvious that his upper body bears scars. Quite a lot of them, actually. Anybody that has any sort of fighting knowledge can understand that these are actually knife wounds.
Valarius is going to turn to you. You sure that's the most prudent thing?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you sure that's the most prudent thing? Walking into a hunt naked?
When tracking animals, it's best to travel light.
Suit yourself.
They can hear, and he'll point at the armor. If you move wrong, they'll hear you.
And Pietro, hearing this, he just, I think he doesn't know that Rychard is Gwydion, so he doesn't need to be cruel at the moment to him. But so he will just chuckle a little bit.
Valarius will just smile and just say,
Richard.
Okay.
So you guys pretty much checking your weapons, making sure everything's good, getting ready. All right, we'll move on to Group 2. Eve, Sitara, and Kagoma. What you guys doing? What you thinking?
Well, I'm pretty much thinking that I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. So, just walking along, pretty much socializing with my two friends, and looking really relaxed.
Kagoma, on the other hand, is thinking probably exactly the opposite. He's thinking he wants to get into trouble. So he's just looking over the crowd and observing the conversations that are transpiring around them in a different way.
Well, as for Sitara, she had just really heard about the hunt a few days before for reasons, and she just remembered that it was today. So she had gotten out of some, we're gonna call it a very traditional dress that kind of reminded you of the Russian circus. I mean, seriously, that tent of a dress was huge. The long train and the frills. Ugh, the thing she has to do as a bard. She was really glad she changed out of that into some more comfortable clothes. She's not really looking to fight in the hunt. She just wants to hang around and experience the social aspect of the hunt. Because, hey, everyone loves a good killing, right? She wants to focus more on hanging out with her friends, one of whom she hasn't seen because someone was on a honeymoon, and they're finally back. So she's happy, and she's going to lean her for, like, information, be like, so, hey, where'd you go? The kind of stuff that any best friend would. And if she's lucky, maybe look around and see if she'll see the Marshal. Just maybe. Maybe. She totally doesn't have an ulterior motive. Moving on.
And meanwhile, you can just enjoy my glow.
Oh, yes. She's a little awkward in the glow because she has a feeling she knows where it's coming from. She's just like, okay, yes, we know you're happy. Yes, just stop making us bask in your afterglow because it's really gross. And at the same time, but still, ew, you're pregnant. No, I don't want to imagine that. No, just go, ew.
Actually, the cleanup was pretty bad, really, if you think about it. Anyway.
Nope, not thinking about it.
Even Sitara are gossiping, and Kagoma is kind of scanning the crowd a little bit. Right.
Totally gossiping. She's just needling Sitara for, like, all the teasing. Sitara's really upset. She's like, and I actually missed you. Why would you do this?
Okay, I'm going to move on now to Baron Goodwin. Is it Goodwin or Godwin?
Goodwin. It is Goodwin. Baron Goodwin is kind of in the tail end of everything. He's not necessarily in a group. He's kind of just meandering. Whatever. He's just walking around. He is, of course, very short, so he is probably one of the shortest people here. He has a very large glass, and he has been drinking from it ever since he got there, so he is rather intoxicated. He is just walking around, smiling, whistling to himself, not really paying attention to the hunt.
Cheers. Okay, Rick the Ravenous.
Rick is done his full-on war regalia. His helm's freshly painted with a fresh cut of blood. He's carrying his traditional spear and short bow slung over his shoulder. He's giving last-minute instructions to his son not to fuck with him while he's hunting. You know, good old fatherly advice. He's nine sheets to the wind, drunk off his ass, and he's barely able to stand up.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So getting the party started early. That's excellent. Okay, so obviously there's murmuring across the crowd. People have been waiting. Everyone's gathered. When all of a sudden there's a as the trumpeters trumpet, and a stocky gentleman walks out in front of the assembled parties that are going to be basically rushing towards that tree line. And his voice is obviously magically amplified because there's no way to hear him otherwise. But he introduces himself as Royal Huntsmaster, Baxter. He's wearing like a tweed jacket with the leather elbow patches and one of those little hats with the little feathers in it, like German hats. He really looks the part. But my lords and ladies, gentlefolk, we shall begin the hunt at Her Majesty's pleasure. But first, I must give you some words of advice. The creature you hunt today has been specially created for this hunt. A Golden Hart is loose in these woods. He who slays it shall be crowned Lord of the Feast and receive all the rewards coming to him. Upon the death of the beast, I shall be summoned and will perform the blooding. However, you may go wherever you wish in this forest, but beware the sentinel pines. Do not enter them. Beyond that, I say to you, have fun, enjoy the hunt. And if Her Majesty sees fit, and he turns towards the big sort of grandstand, and you see Queen Mab, it's kind of a distance, but you see her, she sort of waves a hand, and the troubadours, the hunt is on, shouts Baxter, and then quickly gets out of the way. As the different parties begin to set out, and first and foremost amongst them is in fact group number 1, Valarius and company, who are they prepped themselves nice and ready, and they are off like a shot towards that tree line.
As soon as the hunter master says that the hunt is on, Pietro will remove his leather gloves, revealing his spider-like fingers that are actually his married fly fingers, so he can stick up to things easily. And he will be rushing for the tree line, following probably Valarius, while he will try to become a little bit more not being there, and he will cast on himself veiled eyes while using his bunk. He will just put a hand in front of his face and move it like this while whispering, "Looks can be deceiving." And he will try to, pull it off, chicanery and fey realm. And 4 successes.
Yeah, you good. Jazz hands. So, your group actually makes it to the tree line first. You were obviously you guys were ready. You were, you just, you preempted it. But you are very hotly pursued by. You see the Marshal. She kicks her horse into motion and dashes towards the tree line. Sasha von Habsburg and her dogs. The dogs are loosed, and this woman obviously has great command over them because the commoners ain't coming with her. She's going alone with the dogs.
Valarius is going to...
Sorry, go ahead.
Valarius is going to, being that he's sort of far ahead, he's going to flick on his lighter, and a few sparks are going to come out, and he's going to say, as part of a bunk, "Fireflies, fireflies, which way?" And this is Pyretics, the first dot.
So, what are you hoping to achieve with this?
Pyretics 1, it's ball of chimerical flame that will lead the creator to a specific place, person, or object. Number of successes, how direct and how safe the route will be.
So you're going to cheat, are you, and effectively attempt to scry for this thing?
Basically.
Okay. When you've got plenty of successes there, you get a definite read. You've got a direction. Excellent. Okay. So Sasha von Habsburg and her dogs hit the tree line at about the same time as the Marshal does. Several bunches of random drunken commoners kind of rush into the tree line as well. Yeah! Some of them, there's a troll just carrying 2 massive kegs, just jogging along. It's pretty good. Rick the Ravenous makes it in about the same time as well. Despite his drunken stupor, he seems to be able to get his feet going in the right direction. And
for Rick, I want to be flying one runner.
Party number 2 with Eve, Sitara, and Kagoma is taking a more leisurely pace, of course, and they just kind of saunter over. By the time they get to the tree line, the knockers in their leather aprons and their goggles have managed to get this crab thing moving, which they were clearly having some issues with, and it kind of lurches into the trees. about the same time you hit it. You do notice, however, because you are some of the last, you notice that the group of Adheen clearly waited for some of the changelings to hit the tree line before they even started making for it. Kagoma, you, as you're looking around, definitely noticed that they could have gone quicker than they did. They waited it before they started.
Well, they probably don't want to be confused for the game.
Fair enough. Okay, as you guys enter the forest, though, the change is immediate. What was a bright sunlit meadow before, you know, that you stood in before, and the smell of the grass was coming. As soon as you hit it, you start to you get that earthy wooden smell. It's like you've stepped over a threshold. The light is still sunny and gorgeous, and it filters in through the leaves, and there are motes in the air and little.
We might need to roll some dice from a wind runner because the cell's going to fly above the forest. So.
Okay, so we're going to now move into turns, and the first group to go is Valarius's group. Let me draw from the bag. You guys come to a river. You're definitely getting the indication that Valarius, you're definitely getting the indication that the mark is on the other side of the river. It looks like you could probably ford it if you had horses, but on foot it might be a little bit too fast flowing. It's pretty, but it also looks like it's going to be a little bit tricky. You could take the time to go up and down and try and find a decent crossing, or you can attempt to cross it here at the quickest and most direct route.
How far is it?
Valarius is going to look and say, Rychard, I hope you studied your lessons. As he's going to clap his hands and stomp on his feet, and which is a bunk for another cantrip, he's going to hopscotch over.
Yeah, Pietro will do the same. He will position himself near the Baron and go like, sure, Baron. And he will just bend his knees a little bit, snap his fingers a row in the blink of an eye, and hopscotch all over the way.
Rychard's never used his power before, but he's gonna back up from the shore a little bit, and I guess as part of a bunk, he's gonna tap the toes of his boots on the ground and stretch, and goes, well, I haven't let a river stop me before, and run and hopscotch over.
The other two are waiting on the other bank as you perform your first attempt. So, can you give us some dice, please?
Valarius is looking rather.
Yes, I can.
Pietro, you see Pietro just writhing his body like a snake from one side to the other, contortioning himself. He seems to be quite anxious to keep going.
I got 2 successes, so.
Then I think you're fine. It's perhaps not as elegant, but you make it across. Congratulations, guys. You have successfully gained a tracking point, and you are closer to your quarry. Right.
All right. Can I? Are we skipping going to the next turn, or can I do something when we
no, if you've
hit
got
the other side?
If you've got something you want to do, go for it.
I'm gonna try and find a trail.
Okay, you can attempt to go for it.
That's 6 dice from me with a specialty attention to detail. So. All right. James, what would I get from that?
Okay, well that's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent roll. You think you've come across some tracks, but they don't lead in the same direction that Valarius is being indicated.
Okay. All right. Wouldn't want to argue with Baron anyway.
Ah, you're playing this very smart. Okay, move on to actually the next one is an NPC who encounters Baron Goodwin.
Oh.
Are you okay with this, Baron?
Yeah. Oh, yes, well, I'm really just here to drink. As you notice, he is very short, and he's kind of just not running into the forest. He's kind of just meandering into the forest with his drink in hand. He's actually trying to find the troll with the 2 kegs.
Fair enough. You hear the baying of hounds, and it's getting closer, along with the crushing of underbrush.
Oh.
And it's getting closer, and it's getting closer, and it's getting closer.
Dogs. He's going to climb up a tree.
Very wise decision, as out of the undergrowth bursts a pack of bloodthirsty hounds led by this von Habsburg. She looks up at you contemptuously in the tree before moving on to follow the pack. All right, let's see.
I've never been a dog person anyway.
Okay, and next up we get to Rick the Ravenous. See.
I'm going to be using Windrunner to get up into the tree line. Yeah, just to fly through the tree line to get a better vantage point. So, Rick's going to drunkenly utter the words, up, in the way.
As Rich attempts to regain his footing, attempts to regain his footing, and he puts his
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 9. I got 14 turns so I can fly through the tree line.
Yeah, you good. You see something caught on a branch below that appears to be like a little golden shine glints.
I want to try to get a better view of it.
It appears to be a small patch of fur caught on some brambles.
Perception, survival to try to track the scent, because I do have a high sense of smell.
Oh yeah.
So, perception 2, survival 2, and my merit. I got 2 successes to try to track my scent.
Well, it's good that you check. While many would look upon this and think to themselves, it's fur from the Golden Hart, you realise it's far too low down. It doesn't smell quite right. It's clearly it's clearly a red herring.
Flying off.
Okay, we will move on to let's see. Okay, we move on to party number 2, which is Eve and Sitara and Kagoma. You guys kind of just taking a pleasant stroll. You know, you're not really trying to like pick your way through the thickest of bracken. You're just kind of enjoying this pleasant woodland. It's very idyllic looking, but you come across a tiny little river. Well, river's probably putting it too strong. You come across a stream, basically. It looks like it's maybe like 3 feet across, and there's a tiny little wooden bridge that crosses it.
Well, I'm thinking the obvious route is to walk across the bridge.
And yet, as you approach the bridge, from underneath it, a little figure climbs out.
A troll under a bridge. How cliche.
Stands about 2 feet tall and carries a club that's about 4 feet. He
How
clambers
can
up
he fit under there?
ugly little bugger. He's kind of bluish green, and he's wearing kind of rags. Oh no! You can't come across my bridge.
Why not?
You got to pay the toll, troll.
Are you the toll troll?
Ah, you got to pay me for crossing the bridge.
Why? Is this your
what is the toll? Is my question.
Well, what you got?
I think I might.
Let's not answer. Eat.
No, I have a stick of gum you can have.
What is gum?
Ooh, it is like the best thing ever.
Go to it, Bard. Go to it, Bard.
Okay, gum is the best thing ever. It comes in a various range of flavors, and according to the different company you get it from, the different consistencies and how long it lasts. My favorite, I happen to like Trident, because it is also very good for your teeth, and they come in great flavors. There's this mango pineapple one, there's this watermelon one. I even had this Japanese gum that my friend got me when she was like over there in Japan, and it was like kimchi fire, and that was the weirdest flavor ever, but it was so good, and you can keep on chewing it, and you don't even have to swallow. So it's like the feeling of eating, but at the same time you don't have to like actually eat, so you don't really gain any weight, but you get all the really, really nice sugary rush from the candy. And can I have that gum?
Hang on. I didn't understand half that, but it tastes like fire.
What's the flavor?
Fire?
No. It comes in different flavors.
No, it's cinnamon. The one I have is cinnamon.
Ooh.
Well,
It tastes like
toad.
sugary
Does
smoke.
it come in toad?
Hmm?
Does it come in toad? That's what I mostly eat.
No, but you could try it as a delicacy because it is different.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Mrs. Zola.
Let's see it then.
And if you don't like it, you can always just kind of soak it in pond scum, and then it'll gain that really nice, rich flavor you're going after.
Well, it does sound alright. Let's see it.
I'll even give you the whole pack. Whole pack.
I want gum. Wait.
No.
What type of gum?
You're losing out. It's cinnamon.
What is it? Is it a little tablet type, or is it sticks? What is it?
It's sugar-free, like a stick, yeah.
Is it in shiny silver
stick or
paper?
the tiny
Yes,
sticks?
shiny silver paper, yes.
Oh, it's
The
silver.
tiny sticks or the big sticks?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's wrapped in silver. You have to unwrap it to get to the gum, but the silver is pretty. Look at it.
Oh, it is. Oh. Alright, yeah.
And it lasts years.
Alright, you can cross it.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Alright, and he stands aside. And like.
Sitara's gonna mope because she wants gum now.
I'll get you some later. Yeah.
The troll looks like this isn't exactly how the exchange is meant to go, but he seems quite happy with the whole affair, and he stands aside to let you pass.
Cool. We cross over the bridge.
It's a tiny bridge. You could quite easily hit the other side of the stream.
She drags Sitara along, just literally grabs her and pulls her along because she's making a fool of herself and the poor, sad little troll.
The troll doesn't understand the goal that he has, okay? He doesn't understand.
And walk on they do.
Okay. We will move on to the next thing. Okay, so Valarius' team. You guys still following your path? Valarius?
Whatever the Baron is following, I think we're following because he has those weird flying thingies.
Yeah, the fireflies.
Okay, you follow the fireflies. You follow them into a small clearing, and you see that there is an old oak tree. It's obviously been struck by lightning at some point. It's split down the middle, and like half of it's dead and half of it's alive. And there is, you can see that something is it looks like somebody's nailed a piece of wood to it.
All right. I guess I'll go and check it out because Valarius seems busy.
Okay. The little fireflies start to dance around the tree.
Okay.
And you see that nailed to it is a sign.
Okay.
And very, very proper and gothic hand is painted. Cheaters never prosper.
Oh, God damn it!
I cannot hear you. That completely blanked out on my end.
The sign says "Cheaters never prosper," and underneath it is in fact marked Huntsmaster Baxter.
Ah. All right.
And I will be taking away
Well,
your successful tracking point.
All right, then I'm gonna look at Pietro. I think I can find those tracks again.
Sure. You look up, he points at your wings. I will try to look down. And he goes to ground level and starts listening.
These, he's gonna go to Pietro. These don't work.
Oh, god damn it! Okay, so how then we find the things?
We go back to the river. I think I can find those tracks again.
I think I can fly up and have a look.
I'm never trusting you again, Baron. You cheater.
I think we should avoid using cantrips.
At
Well,
least,
that particular cantrip.
yeah, at least location pinpointing countries, yes.
He's gonna try to get a look above to see if he can catch a sight of, the animal.
This is very, very large. I mean, this is several, it's probably a couple of dozen square miles of land, and it's heavily forested. I'll let you roll for it, and if you hit me with some seriously critical successes, I'll give it to you. But it's very unlikely that just you're going to be able to see it from above.
All right. I mean, it's a shot in the dark.
Sure, but you're welcome to take it, like I say.
Sorry, I'm lagging a bit. Come on, look.
Do you want me to roll for you?
No, I got it. Just give it a minute.
Takes a while to get up there,
That's a lot of successes.
That is, but I'm afraid I would require a seriously impressive more than that. I'd want to see a few tens in there. It is so unlikely that you will see this thing from above because it's a such a massive area full of trees.
All right, sure. Whatever you say.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna say again. I think we can go back to the river, and I can find those tracks again.
Yeah, I will follow Sir Rychard.
Wow.
Okay. All right. We move on next to Rick the Ravenous. What you up to, Rick?
I'm trying to. Basically, I'm flying through the woods in the tree line, not very high, not too far up in case my spell ends prematurely. But just enough off the ground, give me a speed boost.
Okay, you're kind of darting along. You dart into a clearing, and this particular clearing, you see on the other side of the clearing, there's some rocks, and there's a group there that hasn't noticed that you arrived, and it's a bunch of wolves. But they're all stood up on their hind legs, and even though it looks rather clumsy, they're all smoking cigarettes in their paws. They're not werewolves, they are just literal wolves that look weird, stood up on their hind legs, smoking and chatting. As you get a bit closer, one of them looks behind, notices you, and they start putting out their cigarettes, and then they turn around and start growling at you. Heads low.
Back out. I'm using my bully browbeat. Yourself. And what's the debt? Because I get a -2 on the browbeat. So would it be diff 4 or diff 6?
They are not massively impressed. There's a lot of them. There's about 7 of them.
Fly home because they can't get me.
They watch you kind of disappear off, and if you look over your shoulder, you see them sort of looking around again, make sure no one's around. Then one of them like goes behind the rock and pulls out another pack of cigarettes.
Smoking's bad for you. You got one?
So, next up is Baron Goodwin. Baron Goodwin, let's see what you encounter as you wander the forest. Baron Goodwin has climbed down. Oh no, wait. You know what? Baron Goodwin's gone. I'm sure he'll be back. All right. Then we move on to Eve, Sitara, and Kagoma. Kagoma, are you there at all?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, it's his turn. We've decided.
Oh, okay. That's how this is working, is it?
Apparently.
Roll a couple of fate dice for this one. Okay. You guys come across some hoof prints in the soft mud. You're in an area where there's this kind of these iridescent plants, which even in the daylight they kind of glow up from the like they carpet the forest floor, but they're in very muddy ground, and you find some tracks.
Okay, isn't it a stag that we're looking for, which is a hoofed creature, right?
It is, yes.
Heart.
Right, but the heart is a stag. Yeah. So try to determine if those hoof prints are something that a stag would make. And I have survival and animal ken, so take your choice what makes sense there.
Ooh. Pulling out the big guns.
Hello?
I said I was going to try to determine if those were stag prints. I just didn't know what to roll.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to go with probably it's intelligence and animal kin, or animal ken, sorry. Investigation I would have accepted. That seems reasonable.
Okay.
Medicine at a push, I guess, if you're familiar with veterinary.
Well, I have survival and animal ken. I thought one of those might work.
Either survival or animal ken, I will accept either of those quite happily.
Okay, sweet. I'll take the one that has more dice.
I would.
Good call, good call. Let's see if they... Not such a great roll. So we're going to say 0 successes there.
Yeah, it's kind of a mishmash. You're not really sure which direction they're going.
I wasn't trying to find the direction. I'm just trying to determine if they were in stag, but alright.
Oh, okay, you think they are probably.
Oh.
Are either of you guys good in the woods?
I'm sort of good in the woods, but in honesty, I think we should move on. Like, just like looking around, she can feel eyes. She's not very comfortable with being watched. Kind of like randomly looks around.
Well, we can move on. That's fine. Just
yeah. But do we want to follow the footprints or do we not? Like.
Well, I'm curious, aren't you?
Let's give it a try.
Curious.
I told you.
Damn that curiosity flaw.
You can roll willpower. Like I'm not rolling willpower.
Nah. Tries to be like, damn you, you're right, I am curious. Okay, we're gonna follow the hoof prints. Kagoma, can you be a deer and just like watch your back? Like, yo, we're in line formation. Eve looks up front, I'm looking side to side, you look in the back.
Actually, we need to figure out which direction they're going first before we do this, and apparently I'm not any good at that.
Okay, I guess Sitara could, like, roll her measly 2 survival.
That's all I have, too.
I know. I'm happy with what it
Do it!
Yo, alright then, alright, give me a sec. Loading.
Keep them doggies loading on.
Roll!
Oh, okay. You are able to pick out the direction of travel and can continue on that if you wish.
totally can continue on, right? What do you think, Kagoma? Should we follow?
Definitely. So Kagoma is
Yeah.
going to take up the back position, and when he does, he goes and he scoops up a bit of the mud that the hoof prints were in, and he just kind of rubs them into his hands, and he's going to use that as a bump for Soothsay, and he's going to try and bend the fate of of Sitara, Eve, and Kagoma, so that they might be more likely to find
Whatever it is we're following.
So he's just using Soothsay level 2 Ferris File and Foul is Fair.
Bring on
Kagoma
some
can get
Ishu
us
luck.
killed. Kick
We
your
need some
ass.
Ishu luck.
Yo, Ishu luck.
Would someone mind
We're
rolling?
still alive. Come on, Ishu luck. Gotta work. We're still
Believe
alive.
it or not, I can roll.
Would someone mind rolling 5 die for me, please?
Let me do it. I don't get to do this enough.
Yo, it is in your hands. Or,
You don't
Christy,
like my
it is in
dice.
your
You don't
hands.
want my dice. You really don't want my dice.
You're pretty sure it worked.
At least it wasn't a botch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Which could
I won't roll anymore.
Yeah, you feel confident that that worked.
Okay. And then we just proceed
We're
off
gonna
into
follow.
the direction.
Ishu luck. May Ishu luck prevail.
All right, we move on to Group 1. Valarius, who I believe has decided to let the other two lead for a minute.
Yep.
And so guys, let's see what you get.
Yep, I'm following the Sir because he is the next up in rank after Valarius, and I'm a filthy, filthy commoner.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All
So,
right. So,
I will let Robert take the lead.
Okay, right, Robert, if you would like to, you're heading back to the stream, right?
Oh, damn it, I think he's on a bathroom break. Okay. Yeah, we're going back. Oh, they're here. Yes!
You find that the tracks that you came across earlier. I will require a roll to see if you can successfully decipher them.
Okay.
What kind of roll?
Perception.
I'm gonna need I'll accept perception along with a related skill. So animal can
survival
or something like that.
Yeah.
May I aid him using perception investigation?
I can. Yeah, that's fine. We can.
Sure.
If you two are working together.
Yeah, we'll work together.
Yep. I roll at -2 because perception thingy.
All right. I got one success.
I got nothing. Sorry.
Okay, well, one is enough to determine one success, as long as it's not cancelled out, is enough to determine your.
Unless is it higher than difficulty 7?
No, just a difficulty of 5 would have been enough. So
so 2 successes.
You do determine the direction of travel.
All right.
But you notice that it goes into. You see some broken branches as you kind of follow in the direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see that there's almost like a tunnel where the tree branches hang down, and they're kind of gently swaying in the wind, but some of them are broken, as though something ran through there. Both of you can make a perception for me. Perception alertness for me.
Sure. Difficulty?
Difficulty of 5 will do.
Okay, I'm rolling on 3 then. Let's take this one away. 1,
2 successes.
3 for me.
Okay. There is no wind.
Must take a closer look.
I would be right back.
Where did Valarius go?
I've got an upset baby. I'll be right back. Shouldn't take me long.
Apparently, Valarius had a problem. He has connection issues.
There's
He's
nothing
trying to get
scarier than
back.
an upset baby. I wish RST luck.
Pietro.
Yes.
How would you like to take care of this?
Sure.
No, how? Not would you.
Oh, since there is no wind, I will actually try to go with perception kenning to try and see if there is something weird over there. Probably. And after that, I would either follow the broken branches or I can squirm if you want through the hole.
Valarius is back, so we can tell him.
Yep. Inform the great baron.
So we came across this tunnel, and Rychard, with his flintlock rifle, is going to point out the branches, and he's going to say there's a problem. There's no wind.
There's a problem. There's no land.
Wind.
Ah.
Too bad I'm not with you. I've got wind. Sorry.
So how should we go about taking care of this? I have no idea what could be up here. I'm new to this.
We should definitely go investigate so we can find out what the hell we're doing. So I think we should go find out why.
Sure.
All right. So we'll wait until James gets back then.
Yep.
Okay.
He's dealing with a crying baby.
Time for Changeling out of character talk.
I'm adding background music.
We need a theme song. We actually need. We need
I'm
a
getting
theme
a whole bunch
song.
of people
Anybody
talking
have
at
a?
the same time.
Yeah, so does anybody have any idea for a theme song? We need a theme song.
Or like what this
No, wait.
for this scene?
Well, no, in general. Like, I'm thinking we can dance if we want to.
We can hunt if you want to. We can leave your friends behind, because if your friends don't hunt, and if they don't hunt,
Damn it, Christy! I'm gonna dance now. Screw you.
It's an appropriate song for the Changeling venue, okay?
I thought it was if your friends don't do drugs or drink or get into trouble, they're no friends of mine.
Well, you know, Eve can't do any of those things right now, so apparently I'm not part of the Changeling venue.
Alright, I'm back.
So James is back.
Okay. Got it. We can't discuss our theme song anymore.
Hey.
What?
Okay, so yes,
Chris, let's leave him to die.
there is no wind.
We decided that we are going to check the broken branches that sway in the no wind.
Yeah. Perception kenning.
Oh yeah, they're definitely swaying in the wind that isn't there.
Yeah, perception kenning to see if anything weird is going on.
Well,
Bad successes.
yeah, you guys you don't need to roll. I'll just tell you, yeah, there's something weird going on.
Okay, let's go and check it.
I wasted 2 10s and 2 8s on something
Yes.
you gave me.
You're
That's
right.
Changeling's life.
Well, basically, it's a tunnel. The trees here form a tunnel. You can see clearly the tracks that you were following go down the tunnel.
Okay, since it's a
But
tunnel,
that would mean passing underneath these swaying branches.
since it's a tunnel,
Okay.
I'm going to take the lead of this. Since I'm a slua and I can squirm, I will squirm through it and try to be the
I think it's a
advanced.
tunnel we can pass through naturally.
Oh, sure then.
Yeah, I mean it's
Go
tall
right
enough
ahead.
to walk through.
Before we pass through it, though, I'm going to look around for like a sizable rock or something.
Sure, no problem. You're near the river.
All right, I'm going to pick it up and toss it under the branches.
And you'll notice that one of the branches whips out and grabs the rock.
Oh, rightio.
He's gonna put the rifle down for a second, and he's gonna pull out the 2 blades that he has with him,
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna tap them together and spend that point of glamour. And whoosh!
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that whole deal. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. They spring into flame. And what do you do now?
Did I see where the vines originated from?
Yeah, it's just kind of the tree branches as they hang over the path.
Can I cut them down?
As you approach them with your swords, they kind of move back a little bit.
Okay, so everybody basically walk with me, and we're gonna pass under the tunnel.
Sure. Before we do that, can I get an intelligence?
Oh, he's back. So, fantastic. Yeah, what do you need?
I'm asking for intelligence survival.
To do what? What are you hoping this will achieve? Oh,
keep the
Baron Valarius starts to have a good idea, and then he holds that idea for a moment.
Yeah.
And if we'll assume that he will come close to you in your flaming swords.
Yeah, and I'll grab my
He just
rifle
said 7 dice in the chat. I don't know what he's doing, but he just said
Yeah.
7 dice in the chat.
7 dice for what?
I don't know. He hasn't explained himself yet.
Someone ask him.
Or what?
Or now he says 6.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
ask him. I'll ask him what his purpose is.
I feel like we're overcomplicating the issue.
I think you might be right.
You've kind of found a storytelling way to make these things not attack you by just holding up flaming swords to them. So really, it doesn't require anything much more than that.
I will follow the flaming sword, sir, gentlemen here present.
All right. And I guess with my kind of grabbing my musket awkwardly with the sword still in my hand.
I can carry your musket if you want.
All right. And then we'll move forward through the tunnel.
Okay, the branches, they clearly recoil from the flames, and by staying close, Valarius and Pietro are also quite safe. Well done, you have successfully avoided me having to give you a thing, and I will give you your tracking point back. You're on the right path. Okie dokie. Next up, I need Sitara to make a perception awareness roll for me.
Perception awareness coming your way. What's that? Aha, okay. I want to make sure that I found where I was supposed to be. Okay.
At least you got something there. It was a fail, not a botch. We'll look at the positive.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cry in the corner. Excuse me.
Not notice the thing.
Ah, the thing.
We'll go to Rick the Ravenous' turn.
I'm gonna swoop down and try to catch a scent. And perception survival.
Okay.
And I got a -2 because of my merit.
Yeah, you can make a roll, see if you can get on the trail of this creature.
Nope. That's not nothing, so I'll fly back on up and continue on my merry way.
All right. Well, actually, as you kind of go down to get your scent, you find yourself stood in front of a pine tree. In fact, there are several. Now, this is not a pine forest. These pine trees seem to form like a wall curving away from you. In fact, you guess they're probably a circle, maybe about 25 feet across. Something seems off about them. They seem like they're too big to make such a small circle. Like the scale is skewed in some weird way. And you have a great sense of foreboding about these pine trees.
Someone tells me they can't fly, so I'm going straight up.
Okay. You're just going to avoid them entirely?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm going to fly over them entirely, because I don't think they can reach me if I get up high enough.
Up high enough. You look down and you can see just the inside is a clearing. It's got some pine needles and that's all there is enough.
So down to the clearing.
Are you sure, sir?
Not going to go all the way landing into the clearing. I'm just going to swoop down towards the clearing.
As you swoop down towards it, you will gain that sense of foreboding again. Like, this is not a good place.
Hmm.
You almost feel like you're being watched, like pinpricks on the skin.
Someone tells me the queen would be pissed off if I burned the forest down, so I'm going to fly them off.
You're just going to fly off?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't think you want me lighting the woods on fire.
I
can do
don't think the woods would let you set them on fire. Alright, it's the Eve, Sitara, and Kagoma team.
Right here. I don't know about the others.
Let's see what you get. Oh, hang on, not that one. Okay.
You.
Alright. Everybody make a perception awareness check.
That's his wife.
Groovy.
Perception. I assume you mean alertness.
I do mean alert, because apparently I cannot read.
Okay.
Yep. It's okay. I always get weirded out whenever he says that too. Just like, I'm just going to assume you mean alertness.
Yes, I do.
I barely have one.
Yup.
You're gonna have to trust me when I tell you that one is way better than none.
I am also
Okay,
with you on one.
Yeah,
and
Kagoma needs someone to roll for him.
Like the other one.
Yes, if someone wouldn't mind rolling 4 dice for me.
Okay, you got it, Eve? Christy?
And you can do it if you don't mind, just because that last time I screwed him over, this time you can screw him over.
Oh, great, we're screwing people now.
We're not doing it on purpose.
Never mind.
That was the other scene I was in, okay?
There's a lot of screwing happening here.
So, okay, you all successfully managed to notice the big pit full of snakes before you step in it.
A pit full of snakes? Ugh.
No. Just gonna backcheck a little, like, nope. I've seen this movie before, I don't like how it ends. I've seen a lot of movies.
Well,
this is Indiana Jones.
This is Indiana Jones. Alright.
Yep, it's basically.
And right now I am Indy. Nope.
The big hole in the ground full of snakes as they move back and forth. And you notice that there are some snakes on the surface as well. Kind of neat.
Avoid the crap out of the snakes.
Why are there snakes? I appreciate snake skin. I've even had snake barbecue. But actual live snakes, snakes.
Just hurry past it. Just jump over whatever I have to on the sides and hurry on.
So we go around the giant hole? Because I imagine if it's just like a big hole, you can always walk around it.
He's rolling dice. We'll see.
Yeah, you can walk around it. That's no problem.
Why are there snakes? I mean, it's a hunt, right? Would somebody really put this as a trap? Doesn't it seem a little, I don't know, shady? Anybody? Nobody?
One of the other party people could have set this up. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it's shady. It's shady, but big surprise there, right?
Well, the fact is, we're gone. Let's move past it. We're gone. Anthony, really?
She's like gonna look back at the hole. I don't know. Something does not feel right.
Okay, Sitara, you cannot shake the feeling that something is watching you.
Something seriously doesn't feel right. Who the hell leaves this giant pit full of snakes? And are those snakes indigenous to the area? I don't think so. And who the fuck is following? Just looking around randomly showing a very obscene figure that I probably shouldn't show here. Just like,
Oh.
what?
Okay, we move on to Valarius' team. Now, Valarius, sorry, Anthony, I'd rather you, obviously, your connection cut out, which sucks. Rychard was able to get through the tunnel of grasping vines by simply holding aloft his flaming swords, and they recoiled from it, and you guys just stuck close to him. No trouble.
Cool beans.
Next up. Oh, okay. You're still following the tracks. You come across an area where the trees open up a little bit, and what looks like probably about a dozen anthills, like those really big ones, are dotted around. And you see the little ants are scurrying in like big crowds between the different things. It really looks like you'd have to be very careful to pick your way through this, unless you want to like just trample all over the things.
Oh my.
But make perception awareness or alertness rolls for me. Why do I keep saying that? Is that Pathfinder? Oh, whatever.
More.
Difficulty 4.
Okay, one success.
For everybody?
Yep.
I roll if from the standard difficulty. I roll always a -2 when perception is involved of birthrights.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3,
No, you good, don't worry, that's fine.
5, 6 successes.
It's fine. Okay, you guys notice though that while these look at a distance, this looks exactly like an anthill with heaving with ants, etc. They are in fact tiny, tiny little men. They are about 3/4 of an inch tall. They have little red pointy hats and blue jackets on, and they are carrying things back and forth between the different anthills. They all have a little white beard, and they basically all look identical, and there are just thousands of them just wandering around.
So we have find the Smurfs.
No, they're not Smurfs.
Oh god damn it, James! I wanted Smurfs.
Sorry, no Smurfs. But if anyone is familiar with the character of David the Gnome, that's exactly.
I knew it! Sorry.
Oh my god, David the Gnome, that was my infancy. God damn it.
There's just thousands of these little guys, and they all look exactly the same, and they're just carrying stuff between the different anthills and climbing in and out.
Would it be okay to approach them?
They are paying you no attention, much like if you approached a little bunch of ants. They are not interested in you in the slightest. They are doing that.
Good.
I tell Rychard to leave them alone. Let them in work. We have better things to do. Step over them.
We have something to hunt.
Are you taking the time to carefully pick your way through these? Because there's a lot of them around here. Are you going to take your time to very carefully pick your way through, or are you just going to keep walking and spotting?
I'm going to take my time.
I'm not going to be a dead. I'm going to be careful.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to try and squish them.
Okay. All right.
I even went to trap to the gnomes. They are cute.
I am careful.
As you get to the other side of this area where these things are, you see that they are just these little guys. They are just carrying things around. They look like they're really busy, all of them. But you do notice that one of them is standing on top of one of the little hills and is waving at you.
I wave back.
I'll wave back.
Goodbye, little
Scurries and disappears inside the hive.
Oh dear God, that would.
Well, okay.
All right.
Those exist too.
Rick the Ravenous. You are flying around, as you know, doing your thing. You come across a cave. It's partially obscured by vines kind of growing across the front of it, but yeah, that's a freaking cave.
Come down and try to catch a whiff of what's around. Perception.
You can smell kind of there's a kind of a dusty smell, if anything, and kind of a. If you had to guess, you would say like perfume, like quite a sharp perfume. It's something like you could swear you smelled it before, but a long time ago.
I'm gonna do a perception slow because I'm sniffing out for deer, not perfume.
It's coming from the cave. Very faint, but it's coming from the cave.
Pick a rock up and chuck it into the cave.
You gonna go in?
Well, I want to find out if the rock hits anything in the cave first.
basically you can kind of like you can just see inside the entrance a little way. There doesn't appear to be any. You can't hear anything from inside. There's foliage growing across the entrance to the cave.
Well, I guess I'm going to use Eldritch Prime to grow a sheet of phosphorus moss on my arm and go into the cave.
Okay, you kind of push your way past these vines and in, and it's just like a natural stone cave. But as you follow it back, you follow the scent, and it's very, very faint, very stale almost.
My arm's covered in glowing moss.
Oh yeah, you can see fine. You got no problem. And at the back of the cave, you see that there is a woman lying on the floor of the cave. She's asleep. She's kind of like very restful, arms across the stomach. She is wearing like a 1980s like power suit. Peacefully sleeping.
I'm gonna go nudge her awake. I'm like, hey, you need to way up. Hey, go.
She's not waking up very easily, I'm afraid.
I'm not gonna stay any further. I'm leaving.
Fair enough. You hear maybe as you were leaving, you hear a snore, but that's about it. Carry on your merry way.
Let me see. I used up 5 of my 14 turns, so I only got 9 turns left to fly around. Taking off again.
You're gonna take off again. Okay, fair enough. Like I said, there's a lot of random shit in this wood. Okay, it's Team 3's turn.
A very drunk red cat flying around up in the air.
Sitara, perception. I know. I'm just picturing like kind of circling, but not in any particular way. Maybe not a barrel roll where he kind of loses.
Perception and
alertness, please. I got it right this time.
Is that all 3 of us or just her?
Just her.
Okay.
rolling.
You need better perception.
The dice are not liking me.
No, they are not. You see, this is why you need real dice.
You know, I would feel better once I have those.
As you should.
It's a difficulty of 5 though, so I think you still make it, right?
Yeah, shit, sorry.
You had 5 out of 6. 5 or 6 out of 1, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you still make it.
3.
Okay, let me just pull out what you guys come up to next. Oh, okay. Sitara, you notice. Put your cell phone down.
What cell phone?
At my table, you would have a dice hurl that you put that. How dare you?
Okay, I notice.
Yeah, you notice that. Actually, what is the marching order for your little party?
It's Eve, Sitara, and Kagoma.
Okay. You notice a figure in the trees who is stood in just such a way as to avoid anyone else being able to see you.
Who is it? Me?
No. Sitara, you notice actually that the Marshal is stood in the trees, but she's positioned herself in just such a way that only you can catch a glimpse of her.
Sitara like wave. She's very very nervous. Hi. She's actually wondering, what the hell is the Marshal doing here? They're probably all the way in the back of this whole shindig, probably not even close to anybody else. And there was a very suspicious-looking snake pit behind. Oh my god, the Marshal doesn't think she did it. No, she didn't do it. You know, just in case the Marshal, accuses her of doing that. No, she would never do that. Never. It would be cheating. And where would she get all the snakes? Ugh, snakes. No, ew, gross. So she's just gonna like half wave and nervously look around. She's gonna see if her friends see the Marshal too, because if not, they're just gonna see her waving at something.
I'm in front. I'm sure I wouldn't have seen.
I rolled my fate dice for her. So it says she's basically doing a pretty decent job of keeping it so that only you catch a glimpse of her. But she gives you this motion.
Okay, she's like, gonna nod. Okay, so be quiet, but she's gonna like go like why, like silently, then just like shrug, like she's gonna point to her friends, like something with them? Is someone around us? Look around, like shit, like. Dude, there's someone around here and we're like in between some sort of battle. Fuck, not again. No. Look, shit, okay, no.
Okay, the Marshal is this close to face palming, but she tries to catch your eye and is like points at you and then motions you like this.
She's gonna try to. I'm gonna go behind Kagoma. Hey, I dropped something. I'll be right back. Not smooth at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna turn around and be like, "What are you doing?"
Maybe I'll be back. Just like walk ahead a little bit. I'll be back.
He's weird again.
Oh my God, what is it? What is? Oh God.
Are you guys
I will have words with you.
Are you guys gonna let your friend like just wander off?
I'm going to get this is randomly enchanted woods. I don't think I would. No.
It's not atypical behavior for Sitara, though, so I'm not sure.
No, it's not, but it's still enchanted woods.
She's also hearing everything Kagoma's saying, and she's making notes to like smack him later on. Like, excuse me, what was that? Kick his ass.
What are you doing? Seriously, enchanted woods? Weirdness going on?
Just like, I'll be right back. Can you just like stay there for a second? No, I'm not going back to the snake pit. But still help me, Kagoma. If you say another sassy thing, I'll pick one up and smack you with it.
I will. I'll stand in front of him. So I would suggest you not try to aim for the prego chick.
I'm only stepping at him because he's being rude. I'll be back.
You're the weirdo who's wandering off in the enchanted woods. Have you not read any fairy tales?
Excuse me, fairy. I will be back.
Yeah, you're a big fairy.
You're a pregnant one. Go away. Like literally.
Well, that just shows that I'm getting some. So hey.
Nothing to do here.
So Tara's just gonna be like, just like stand here for a few minutes. I will be right back.
You got 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. 10 minutes. I should. 10 minutes. Fine. Okay.
So you disappear off into the woods in the direction.
Yeah, she'll try to stay close enough that she can get back to her friends. If there turns out to be some sort of weird mirage and there's a giant monster, she is totally not telling Eve though, because all Eve will say is "I told you so," and she does not want to deal with a smug, pregnant Selkie, freaking mermaid.
As you leave the path and go in between the trees, you see the Marshal. She's kind of a little bit further off, and she's motioning you towards her.
She's a little uncomfortable. Like, why does the Marshal try to get her away from her friends? Okay. She's gonna get a little closer. What's up? Like, the snake thing? No, it was. What are you doing here? Because the hunt should be like that way.
Once you get to the point where you were way out of earshot of your friend, you see Marshal Octavia standing next to her horse as she kind of motions you over.
Hi.
Hello, little mouse.
Hello, Marshal. How you doing?
Think your friends would mind if I borrowed you for a minute?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I'm not back soon, though, I will have a pregnant Selkie following me, and I don't want to deal with a pregnant Selkie being all smug and self-righteous, because it is probably not a good thing on a sunny day like this, because all I hear is, I was right, and yam, 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 and she'll start teasing me about her stupid honeymoon. No, I don't want more details about sex vacation. No.
Little mouse, let me put it to you this way. Are you going to return to your friends, or would you like to come with me? I have a fine horse here.
A horse. She thinks, what experience do I have with horses? None whatsoever. What are the chances that the Marshal is actually here? Looks around. Looks to her friends. Huh. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea or bad idea? Well, what would you need to borrow me for? I mean, I'm not much good in the hunt. And I'm actually surprised you're here. Shouldn't the hunt be like...
Cocks an eyebrow eye.
What's around?
Why, little mouse? Today I'm hunting an entirely different quarry.
I'm sorry? Can you just repeat that? I didn't hear that. What?
I said that today regarding the hunt, I am hunting an entirely different quarry than the Golden Hart.
Oh, okay. I guess I can help you. I'll be right back. I'll just tell them to go ahead because if I leave and she comes back, I will be dead. She will kill me or drown me. She just like looks over there. I will be right back. Runs back to her friends.
Forever, little mouse.
Runs back to her friends. Hey. Shit. Okay. So, my dear friend Eve, whom I care for so greatly. You know how I told you about that date?
Not a lot of detail, but I know you went out, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So, let's say the person came here, out of nowhere. Do you think it's a trap of some sorts?
She kind of exchanges glances with Kagoma. Possibly. It's the Enchanted Forest fairy tales. We just went over this.
Okay, so I'll be right. I'll actually. You guys go have fun because if it's a trap, I'm kind of okay with it.
What if it turns into a giant snake?
Ugh. Remembered me fondly then. If not, then I will find you after I've battled this giant snake and or ran away. You never know. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a friendly snake that just wants tea, right? I'll be right back. And if I'm not back, I'll find you. Goes back.
Wait a minute, right back. Like, you want us to sit here some more while you go get some with this date of yours?
What? No. Like, I will find you, like, later on. After the hunt. At the feast.
Oh, God. Go have fun, but if you die, it is not my fault, and I will kill you in your next life.
Fine. I will accept this. And if I don't die, then...
Then go get some.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll try. Go back towards the Marshal, and as she's going back, can I do a perception awareness roll?
You can do a perception alertness roll.
Alertness. Oh, see, look, I'm even copying you. Thank you, James, for messing me up. It's not a botch.
No, that's good. What are you trying to figure out?
She's trying to figure out if it's actually the Marshal and not some giant creature who's trying to eat her and is disguised as the Marshal, because she can't really be too sure. You totally can. It's an enchanted forest. Like, seriously, that is a textbook way to get killed.
Well, that's a good question. As far as you can tell, this is the real deal.
Alright. So, off to hang out with the Marshal and probably not die. But even if it is the Marshal, there's always a chance that the Marshal might just stab her. So it's okay.
And we shall come back to your fate in a moment, as you are now party number. You are now a separate party. Okie dokie. Kagoma and Eve. So what do you guys make of this?
Were we just ditched?
Oh, we were totally ditched.
That is
But I'm totally thinking if it's for that reason, it was worth it.
She's using the hunt as a venue for getting laid?
I don't think she meant to, but it appears that maybe that's how it works here.
Alright.
Are you going to continue following the tracks?
Sure. We're awesome like that.
You guys come to a clearing in the woods where there is a big pile of bracken and wood piled up in the center, and around it are these little green figures, big heads, rather crappy-looking clothes that look like they come from the stuff that Goodwill turned down. Ill-fitting, around these little, about 3.5 feet tall, pointy ears, green head, and pointy teeth, and they are kind of, there's a small group of them, about 4 of them, just kind of stacking stuff on this big pile.
Your turn, Kagoma.
And one of them is like banging 2 stones together, and the other one, it looks like it's telling him he's doing it wrong.
She kind of pushes Kagoma to the front. It's his turn, damn it. I fixed it with the gum last time. It's his turn.
Why do we have to fix anything? We could just avoid these little creatures.
Well, your call. I'm at your beck and call, Squire.
Hmm.
You call me by title.
Yeah, let's just avoid them. Oh, actually, where are those tracks leading?
They go through the other side of the clearing. You could just like kind of go around the clearing and get to the other side.
Okay, so Kagoma's gonna walk up to one of the creatures awkwardly.
Walk with him.
They see you approaching, and the one with the rocks turns around, and then like holds the rocks out to you. And the others are like, he's like,
what were they doing with the rocks?
Can we do perhaps a perception empathy to determine what they're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great plan. Okay. I have me a 1 success going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind rolling 5 die for Kagoma?
Yeah. Yours is better.
Kagoma, given that he's handed you 2 pieces of flint, you're pretty sure he's trying to get fire going.
Yeah, I'm not sure Kagoma recognizes that as flint, but it's 2 rocks, definitely.
Well, they spark when you strike them. He's not having to.
City boy, he is daft in this area.
Well, Eve will look at the rocks and say, hey, that looks like flint.
Oh, great.
Resolve that issue.
Yeah. He's going to see if he could get a fire going.
You want to try that? That's going to be a survival roll.
Which he has none in, so I'll spin a willpower.
It's like Survivor, but like bad. Yeah, just watch what he's doing and give him advice. I have survival.
Okay.
No, hold it like
intelligence
this.
is 3 die. If you don't mind rolling my intelligence.
Intelligence survival, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Or whatever the roll would be. Sorry.
It's just straight intelligence, right?
Yes.
Well, you got a success. 2.
Oh. Well, by more luck than
3
anything.
with willpower.
By figuring it out on the fly, you managed to get some sparks going, and the little guys are like, "Arr!"
Just look at them like, wow.
They start bringing like tinder to catch the sparks.
Help them. Start picking up tinder and carry it over there.
You're not doing any of this yourself, I noticed.
Kagoma assumed this creature that they're looking for is some kind of like stag, some kind of antler beast. So he's going to try and use tailcraft to like make an image of a stag, a really small chimerical image of a stag in his hand, and see if he could ask the creatures if they've seen something like that.
Okay, absolutely. Sure. What? Your partner in crime can roll for you, I think. Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Would you mind rolling 5 die for me, please?
Yep. Good. 3.
Okay, a little golden stag appears in your hand, and the little guys, they kind of shove each other, and they point, and they point over over towards a particular path that leads out of the clearing.
Great. Kagoma will return their rocks to them, thank them profusely, and we'll head off in that direction.
And they go back to getting trying to get that fire really going. Okay, you guys get a tracking point for that. Okay, that makes the last one. I now need to roll for the NPCs. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. We are back to Valarius and company. You guys.
Aye.
You guys are continuing on and following your path, which leads you to. There is one apple tree that kind of really stands out in this particular area, and you can tell it stands out. It has these glossy red apples on it, and it has a face carved into the trunk.
Oh!
Mm.
Alright.
But the tracks seem to stop here.
I'll go up to the tree.
Valarius will approach the tree and bow. Hello.
Whoa, whoa, says the tree as its eyes flick open. Back it up, man.
Well, apologies.
You're treading on my roots.
I didn't mean to. I apologize.
Yeah,
Where do your roots end?
Apologize.
Where do your roots end so we're not stepping on them?
Oh, and now you're asking me personal questions. Great.
Valarius just steps back a few paces. My apologies.
Yeah, you better be sorry. I'll make you sorry.
Pietro is just looking at all of this.
Your apples are quite nice.
Yeah. You're barking up the wrong tree, man. I don't really go for you bipedal types.
I was... He's gonna just fade off into silence.
And Pietro will just whisper, maybe the tree will catch it. Have you seen the Golden Hart, Mr. Tree?
Yeah, I've seen it. What's it to you?
Well, do you mind if we ask for your advice on the direction it took? We are trying to, complete the royal hunt.
Yeah, you and everyone else. What makes you so special? Fuck you.
Is there something we could give you?
Give me some
something that you would appreciate?
Yeah, get out of my clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that we can give you that will... Is there something that we can give you for the information that you have?
No, you can fuck off.
Can I make a perception alertness to see if there's something that he's in desperate need of? Like, are his roots dry? Has it not rained in this area?
He just seems like a tree that's growing fine.
Oh, he's just being a dick. Fine.
Yeah, he's just being a dick.
Coming in here disturbing my sleep.
We didn't want to disturb your sleep.
Oh,
We
as
are
soon as you
quite
leave-
sorry.
As soon as you let me know where I'm going, the sooner we'll be out of your hair.
Well, I'm awake now, so fuck you.
Hell, manipulation, persuasion.
Okay, this tree has a bitch attitude.
Yeah. This is the time I rely on the dice. Manipulation, persuasion.
Go ahead, or I will start licking it.
Don't lick the tree.
Don't you fucking lick the tree. I don't care if you are the prettiest of them.
Why, thank you. It's much appreciated. Set the difficulty, James.
It's gonna be difficulty 7, man.
Enchanting voice makes it 5 because. Or,
That's what enchanted voice does.
God damn it, fucking bitch tree. With his shiny apples and shit.
I ain't no bitch. You're the bitch.
Wow.
Oh my god, all the gasps.
He likes me. He likes me a lot.
Tell me story-wise what you just did that justifies
I have no idea because I can't even fathom what the dice just told me right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Be sexy with the tree, Valarius.
I don't play that way. Tell me a story.
Valarius starts talking the tree up, and he starts like over glorifying him, how awesome he is, and how awesome his apples are, how incredible he is, and how magnificent he is, and the more.
Remember to tell him he has big roots.
How big his roots are, and if you could just tell us in your heart, in your big, strong oakiness. Where
you just call me an oak man?
You're better than that, man. You're better.
He's an apple tree, my lord.
I know. I'm just saying he's better than that.
Fine, look, it's over that way, and one of the branches kind of swings out and directs you. That way. Bug off.
I'm actually going to use my Goodwin ability here. Perception keening. Is he lying?
No, he's cool.
Oh, okay.
Damn. It's a hell of a roll right there.
As soon as we get out, you know, I always thought it was the female trees that produced fruit.
And
as
you guys walk away, you hear like bullshit humans.
Maybe he has a gender trouble.
Valarius puts his hand over the slaw's mouth. Be nice.
You guys get an extra tracking point for having, I think, got some information. Congratulations.
Yay!
Rick, you want to see what you drunkenly stumble into next?
Yep. I'll simply fly into Kippy Pig.
You are drawn by the sound of laughter and singing, and amongst a nice little cluster of trees that have fallen and created kind of a nice little spot, you find a bunch of commoners who are partying like there is no tomorrow.
I join them.
They are. They've got themselves a nice little setup. They've got a fire going. They're cooking up some. Pheasant, which is clearly they didn't bring with them.
I am joining them.
And they see you, and Rick Ravenous is actually pretty well known amongst the commoner army. Like, yeah, come on in.
Where are the bows at? Where
it's
are the
Rick
bows
the Ravenous. And somebody puts a flagon of mead in your hand.
Cheers. I'll be partying for a little while.
So, Rick the Ravenous doesn't find the Golden Hart, but he does find a party.
Yay!
Okay, next up is Sitara. So, you make your way back to the Marshal. Oh, let me switch my nameplate. You've returned, Max. I've started thinking you weren't coming back.
Nah. I figure if you called me over. You must have had some reason. So, yeah, I'm back.
With a sudden motion, she stabs her lance into the ground and grabs you by the hips.
She's a little startled by the whole stabbing thing, but she's just kind of like blushing.
And she
Marshal.
picks you up as though you weigh nothing and places you into the saddle on her horse.
She's totally cool with this. Completely cool.
And she takes the horse by the reins and leads it without another word through the woods. Yeah. And after probably about 15 minutes or so of walking, you come through a break in the trees and you can hear water splashing, and you come into this spot that you're at the base of a waterfall. There's like a rainbow nimbus that hangs in the air above the top of the waterfall. It's kind of secluded because it's in a little hollow and there's a gentle stream trickling by. Yeah, delightful, beautiful flowers everywhere, and the Marshal picks you up off of the horse and lays you down onto the flowers.
Wow, really romantic shit going on here, man. Jeez, bravo. Sitara's just like awed by this whole kind of atmosphere. Is gorgeous. She wonders how the hell the Marshal found this place, because this is freaking gorgeous. She's also wondering in the back, okay, please, if this is some sort of trap, so okay with this. I am totally okay with this. Who's ever up there, if I'm about to die, let it be known that I was totally cool with this until the very end. Like, right before, like, whatever creature is about to eat me. Totally cool with this till the very end.
She stands over you, having put
I am Marshal.
and the scent of like jasmine and wildflowers kind of flows over you, and the sound of the stream as she locks her eyes on you.
Like,
little mouse.
trying like to look away. Like, beautiful atmosphere.
I've been thinking a lot about you recently.
You have, Marshal? Like, really?
I thought you were a troublemaker. And I thought that you were a problem. But I see now that you are someone who acts as they believe is right. I see your worth. I owe you an apology.
Thank you. She's never really had anyone outright say that she is worth it. She got that promotion and everyone was just praising her skill, but no one ever really said that she herself, like her personality, her antics were worth anything, ever. She's torn between being all stuttery and also really happy that the Marshal, who she just hasn't known for very long, actually said that.
The Marshal looks like she's almost waiting to hear your response.
Thank you, Marshal. No one has ever said anything about that to me. I'm glad I got to know you during the horrific yet awesome event on Valentine's Day.
He kneels down beside you.
You were courageous, and as terrifying as it was exhilarating. And I'm glad you came out okay. You battled that fiend really awesomely, and it would have just sliced me to bits if you weren't around. So thank you. Your skill, superb. I guess that's why you're the Marshal?
Thank you, little mouse. You were the one who saved us.
It was really the kid. I just kind of... I did what I do best. I meddle.
And the Marshal leans in closer. You can kind of feel the weight of her next to you as she leans over you. I should like to get to know you better.
I should like that too, Marshal. I should very much like that.
And she leans in for a kiss.
Yes. Star in her head. Squirrel. Best ever. Screw the hunt. Is there a hunt?
The marshal will go over the clothes only. Okay.
Yes, clearly.
Well, you know what? If you really want to push it, maybe inside the shirt, but that's as far as she's prepared to go.
Yeah, the marshal's a lady.
And we'll leave you there, I think. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
Totally cool.
All right. Eve and Kagoma, what crazy shit have I got for you? My bag. Oh. You guys carry on in the direction that you were sent. You guys come across. You hear the sound of talking in the woods. It's a language you don't understand, though. But you can hear it coming from ahead.
Can we guess what language it is?
Eve, did you fight in the war?
I did.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those weird Adhene languages.
Is that Gaelic? Does it
sounds
sound like Gaelic?
It probably is, yeah.
Because I was also in the Adhene camp. I've heard a lot of Gaelic.
Yeah, then yeah, definitely. You also hear the sound of what sounds a lot like construction.
Just kind of lean into Kagoma, whisper in his ear and just be like, that might be Adhene. That's Gaelic.
Well, let's see what they're up to, shall we?
Quietly.
As I'm able.
Well, of course. Please don't be the one that ruins my stealth roll. My one in stealth.
All right. I need 30 seconds, guys. I will be right back.
Okay. So yes, time to
I'm
go to stealth.
totally envious, Sitara. I'm totally envious, Sitara. Like, totally envious.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Like, that was awesome.
That was...
Freaking
Hey, we
the
all
Marshal, okay? The Marshal. Freaking awesome.
You
He went after
have
a
a
bear?
little. You have a little blood coming from your nose there, just a little bit.
It's like amazing. She's like, she's protected. She's a kept woman now. It's like awesome as shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure neither Sitara nor the Marshal know what gender roles are going on here. Sitara's just happy to be around the Marshal.
So wait, is the Marshal Goodwin or?
She is Goodwin, I think.
Oh boy.
I'm just immature as hell. Don't worry about it.
No, seriously, I'm just like, yo.
If she got caught, that would be very scandalous.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. You shut the fuck up. Sitara has a history of getting what she wants, and should someone say things about a scandal, you will find yourself with heels in your eyes. If she has done it to her friend, she will do it to a total stranger.
I wouldn't say anything. I would just be like, well.
I would totally let you out in a heartbeat. No, I'm kidding.
Don't be that guy.
I'm just going to say the Goy tend to be monogamous, but the thing is, they tend to be monogamous. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back.
It's like,
Sorry.
don't you have to be married too?
Shut the fuck up. No.
Hey, you could always go the way of Alicia, Women, it doesn't count in the way of purity.
No, that is not what's written in the law.
That is what Alicia said.
I'm pretty sure Alicia paraphrased. Very, very liberally.
Where did I get to?
The Roman Catholic.
I believe we were actually trying. We were going to try to sneak closer, so that hopefully they wouldn't notice us, and pray that we don't trip over a log.
So, want to make that roll for me?
Of course, and then I'll roll whatever Kagoma needs. Hey, does sure-footed fit into this?
Well, yeah, actually.
That's what I figured. At least I was hoping. Of course, I have my difficulty will be 7. Thank you very much, Selkie.
And that is a crying baby. So figure out whether you succeed or not. Standard difficulty. I'll be back.
I'm good.
I want to
Like-
say
Like
So-
really good.
So back to that conversation before.
Actually, I'm still doing dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be
We'll
four.
cross it later.
That's 5 successes for me. How many do you have, Kagoma?
Oh, he needs somebody to roll for him, remember?
Yeah, I know. I need to know how many dice. So, Obi?
If he's there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Do you have any stealth? Dex?
I do not. I'm trying to think like my character.
Well, I got
Nope.
5 successes. You're gonna ruin me.
Yeah, you're ruined.
Damn
Sorry
you.
about your successes. Those are gone.
Well, you better be sneaking away from me then, so at least I can stay hidden.
Kagoma is just gonna get right to the edge of the clearing, and he's gonna step on one little twig, and it's gonna go.
Okay, so skills you can still roll with just straight. Your straight stat, right?
How badly did you fail?
Oh,
Even
I got 5 successes. We're just trying to figure out how many Kagoma gets to roll. Because he doesn't have any stealth. Can we roll that without?
you can roll straight dex. It'd be a Dex 7 instead of a Dex 6.
It'll be a what is it then?
Dex 7 instead of Dex 6. Well,
Okay, we'll try that. What's your dex, Obi?
It's 2.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah, that's a botch.
Stomp on the twig.
Oh, good.
So he botched. I got 5 successes.
You successfully sneak your way up to the edge of this clearing. You see at the beyond is an area which looks like natural hot springs have formed. And as you look out, you see that there are a group of Adhene who are building some kind of structure. It's not the Adhene you saw earlier, though. This is a different group. And they are building dwellings.
Interesting.
And then you hear this loud crack from just behind you as a very large branch is snapped. As somebody's big clod
Whoops.
foot comes down on it. And the Adhene you see suddenly down tools, up weapons, and start making for you.
Well, we know it's Adhene. I'm gonna say, let's just be brazen about it. Keep my hands away from my weapon and walk up to them. Hopefully with Kagoma, who ruined everything right behind me.
Kagoma?
Kagoma's running the other way. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Totally
Oh,
joking.
come on, coward.
As the group of rough-hewn spears are leveled at Eve.
Okay, Kagoma's just following up behind Eve. How many Adhene are there?
Probably about 20.
Okay.
I'd say women and children included. You know, because your standard fantasy game that would mean they were non-combatants, but these are Adhene, so they're combatants.
Sure.
You have a fairly solid group of wall of spears circling you now.
Just stand there, hands away from my weapon.
They start trying to question you in Gaelic.
Just be like, just kind of motion like I don't understand. And just, can anybody speak English?
Kagoma will try speaking Spanish.
Wait.
Okay, actually. I'm trying to think. Gaelic. Well, the Spanish is Latin derivative. Gaelic is not. Not much use to you, I'm afraid. They obviously acknowledge that they realize that you can't speak the same language as them.
He tries Arabic.
Be impressed by all these languages.
They are. I know. I am. They clearly are. They acknowledge the fact you're trying to communicate. You see them having. There's a conversation going on. Some of them, it would seem, want to kill you. Others think maybe not, so it's a good idea. Eventually, an older female Adhene, great rack of antlers, that comes out. And
Obi. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, Obi, like, try to tell a story. Like, can you tell a story just by using your story stuff?
I could tell a story. I'm not sure how much good that could do if they don't understand me, however.
Well, I meant just using the pictures, not necessarily your voice. But it's just an idea. Never mind.
you, I was gonna say, this older Adhene woman, she pushes her way through the armed ones. She doesn't appear to be. She's got a dagger on her belt, but that's about it. And a great shawl of furs. She looks very wizened. But she approaches you, Eve.
Nod to her respectfully.
She nods to you, and she puts her hand on your stomach.
You kind of try to resist the trying to pull away thing, because nobody wants you touching your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I can guess what she's getting here, so let it be for now.
She turns back to the group of spearmen behind her and says something in Gaelic that you don't understand, of course. The group behind you parts, and the leader of them, and you can tell he's the leader because he has the most accessories. He points back the way you came.
I'm good with that. Yeah, just nod politely and back out. And keep facing them, but back that way.
And this will unfortunately mean you lose your tracking point.
Oh well. We were trying to lose anyway.
That's fair enough. Okay, Kagoma, I assume you will take the hint as well?
Yes.
Excellent. Okie dokie. In which case then, you guys head back the way you came, and we go back to another round. Okay. Right. Valarius and company. You follow the directions given to you by the tree who was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Dick tree.
And you come as you start going through woods. You come across an area that is full of these really tall mushrooms.
Huh.
They're really tall mushrooms, but ahead of you, you can see that there is a horse is lying on its side, and blood pooling from it.
Quick perception alertness to see what happened over there, to see what I can catch.
Are we still following tracks, by the way?
Yeah, you are. Well, you kind of picked up the trail again. You're following tracks. You know, bits of like antler rubbing where they've rubbed against the trees. Sometimes it might just be some broken branches, but you're basically following a trail.
Okay.
I have one success.
Okay.
Can I get a perception, Kennan?
Sure.
I will also do perception.
That's 3.
Okay.
That is 1. Yes, 1.
That's fine. You guys all recognize it. This as a rather the horse is quite recognizable. It was like a rather beautiful Palomino that you saw Sir Arden riding earlier.
Ooh.
And by the looks of it, it has been savaged by some kind of canine-like creature.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the dogs from that weird person that came from Europe.
Valarius is going to go over, pull out some bandages, and try to stop the bleeding.
Pietro grabs the arm of the Baron and go like, tread carefully.
Is it still breathing?
No, it hasn't even. Its throat's been torn out.
Oh wow! Fuck that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like you know.
So you hear a voice call out from a nearby ditch. However, I say, is someone there?
Yes. Are you okay?
I'm kind of stuck here. but you see a head pop up, Rabbit Puka, female. For those of you who know the
Hi,
Portia,
Portia.
stick her head up out of the ditch and kind of wave.
I
Oi.
look at Valarius. I can bring her out if you want, Baron.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea.
It's not like a deep.
The Baron will actually stop you and say, wait. You don't think... As he kind of whispers to Pietro, you don't think this will be a trap, do you?
I do think so, yes.
I'll stay aware.
But if something...
The voice that called out to you, the voice that called out to you was a male voice. But Portia's like, over here.
I'm gonna let them deal with it, and I'm going to basically keep watch over the surrounding woods. Basically, perception alertness for me.
Sure. Give me your rolls, guys.
That's a botch.
Oh, damn.
That's a botch.
And that is a fail for me, not a botch.
Okay, so you don't hear the thing approaching, and Valarius?
Completely oblivious.
Yep.
I will move stealthy towards where Portia is, threading very slowly. So that's stealth.
You can just tell me you're being careful. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm very slowish moving over there, and
as much as I want to get the dice out, and
no,
then the crotch again.
No. If I get close enough, I will take a look. Portia alone in that ditch.
No, Portia is next to the figure of Sir Arden Hendricks, who you see that her dress is ripped and a portion of it is tied around his thigh, where blood is seeping through. And he addresses you. I say, I don't suppose you could help me out, could you?
Yes,
Yeah,
my lord.
I guess.
And Pietro will just extend one of his arms where he has his fly fingers, and he will just show it to Portia and Sir and this mysterious gentleman, and go like, "Hold on tight."
It's not a particularly big ditch. I mean, Portia could probably just get out of it herself if she wanted to.
Okay. Then
I seem to rather run afoul of, says Sir Arden. I rather seem to run afoul of some dogs, and Portia cuts him off. He was thrown from his horse, you know. Isn't that right,
yes.
Sir? And he's like, yes, I was thrown from my horse.
And Pietro looks at Portia and looks at Sir Raven. You said you saw some dogs. That would mean the dogs from this lady who was hunting with us also?
I misspoke. No, I was thrown from my horse.
And Pietro will just remove his hand from the ditch like, please, tell me the truth.
Valarius just steps back and watches the exchange, like, or like, we have liars.
I need to. I'm keeping an eye out for these.
Sure.
So.
Portia will talking to Pietro. He's telling you the truth. He was thrown from his horse. He's certainly not accusing another she of attacking him with dogs.
And Pietro looks at Portia. Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Can I hear
I do.
what's going on?
I do.
Certainly wouldn't want to cast aspersions against a higher-ranking foreign noble, would one?
No, of course not. And Pietro will just extend his hand and grab the injured she, and I will use my fly fingers to pull him without too much effort.
What's that called?
And put him safe him on the side.
And so Portia scrabbles up the side after you as well.
Are you going to be okay? Will you be able to make it back?
I'd rather think I can't walk at the moment. I don't suppose one of you would be able to help me.
Well, first let's get a better bandage on that.
Portia sees Rychard. I don't believe we've been introduced, sir.
No, we haven't.
Portia. She holds her hand up.
Pietro will just interrupt this sweet moment to go like, yeah, sadly we are hunting also, my lord, and we cannot, diverge our way.
So you're just going to leave us here?
But, Pietro, it is good form to help people that need help. Wouldn't you agree?
I do, Baron. There is probably a way to summon the Hunter Master. The Hunt Master, sorry.
You said you were thrown from your horse? I remember hearing?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, and he's going to walk over to the horse. And he's just going to look at it and he goes, well, there's your problem there. Something ripped its throat out.
Well spotted.
And Portia gives you the most despairing, like, fucking hell. In fact, you under her breath, you're just like, God damn it. He was thrown from his horse.
Valarius will step in front and just say he's young. Just never mind it. Should I signal for the warden so you guys can get back?
If you wouldn't mind.
Alright. Valarius is going to use...
Rychard's going to look at Valarius like, what?
Pietro will look at Rychard and go like, look at me, right in the eyes, here. Nothing happened.
He's gonna sigh and just walk off to the edge, making
Valarius
sure they don't.
Craft to make sort of a flare and a small like fireworks display over their location to signal for like the Huntsmaster.
Okay, fantastic. A flare goes up, and you can safely assume that something like that is going to attract the right kind of attention. Thank you, chap. I do appreciate the help.
Valarius is going to give his information to the young knight. My name is Baron Valarius. I'd like to talk to you later if I can.
Sir Arden Hendricks, yes. Well, I certainly think I owe you a drink at very least.
No, that's not at all. Just come down to my bar and we can talk about this all later. What you say?
Absolutely. And Portia turns to Pietro, who seems to be the one who kind of gets it. Of course, if somebody who didn't attack us was on the hunt, they might have gone that way.
Thanks, babe.
And Pietro will look at Portia. Of course, if someone that is not, of course, this is all just chatting, someone would attack you, we would, of course, try and have a little bit of revenge for your poor horse.
Well, my horse has run away, so I'm going to have to track it down at some point. Well, I'm sure, Sir Arden, you'll be willing to send someone to track my horse down. Oh, of course, my dear.
Oh dear, okay, I'm leaving now. I'm too slow for this love shit.
Valarius will bend down, kiss Portia on the cheek. Tell the children I said hello, won't you?
Of course, my lord. Best of luck to you.
Smile and continue on his way, and kind of like pull Rychard like next to him. Like, we're going to give you an etiquette lesson later.
What do you mean? That horse was obviously killed.
Pietro will whisper into Richard's ear. I'm just a filthy commoner, but I'm just saying that status is everything.
Right.
And he wouldn't want to inquire the ire or wrath of a higher standing member of the She Society. Just saying.
As they're walking along, Pietro, you can give him an etiquette lesson later. We have to keep going.
Oh, yes, rightio.
But I still don't understand. That man was obviously, somebody obviously attempted to...
Would you shut up for a second?
Okay. We'll leave you guys walking in the direction that Portia indicated. I'm going to go back to Eden and Kagoma for one more time. Guys, do you want the right card or the left card?
I don't have an answer for this. So we turn to the dice? Is that okay?
You can. I'm just giving you. I just picked out two of the remaining ones that are pretty good.
Yeah. I was actually checking with Obi unless he had a preference.
No, that sounds fair. Yeah.
Okay. We will do odds for the right, evens for the left. Evens, so left.
Okie dokie. As you are traipsing back the way you came, presumably having given up this point.
Yeah.
You
Half-hearted attempt.
you hear the sound of marching. And basically, coming towards you along the path, you see a group of Roman soldiers.
Random.
When they see you with one of the lead, halt! In et namio Caesar.
Just stare at him.
What?
Uh,
I don't know Latin.
Well, they said halt.
And the centurion the centurion turns to the legionnaires, and there's a quick discussion, and he takes off his helmet, and he's Ego Samus Lucius.
Lucius?
She kind of pats her, like right by her neck there, and she's like, I'm Eve. And then point to Kagoma and be like, Kagoma.
Kagoma, you actually can pick up about half of what they're saying.
Great.
You speak Spanish, which is actually quite close to Latin, for a lot of it.
Great. What are... Halt in the name of the Caesar?
Yeah, that's you're pretty sure that's what he said. Halt in the name of Caesar.
Ah. We're just on a hunt. We won't get in your way.
And he kind of, like, he tries to, like, piece it together. We lost Lexington. Must get to.
Lexington. Lexington's a place in Kentucky. There's also a ship called the Lexington.
Been we walking long time, and all the rest of the legionnaires are like
Just nod with them, because clearly that's true. If they've been walking from Rome.
Okay. Okay. Yikes.
Know you direction?
To Lexington. Can you show me on a map?
He starts drawing, like it's a stick, and the rest of the Legionnaires at this point are clearly a slightly bored. They're kind of not really. They've dropped the kind of thing. He starts drawing out a map. You're pretty sure he's drawing up a map of what would nowadays be France.
Okay. Yeah. We're looking for an elk. I can show you Lexington if you can help us find elk.
And then he's like,
Yes.
Oh, many, we eat many. And then he like motions to one of the guys who comes over with, opens up a leather satchel and is like offers you some dried jerky.
So Kagoma will clap his hands together, then open them, and then try and form a chimerical version of the elk again.
Okay. The centurion is very impressed, and the men at the back are like, woo! But they offer you the jerky.
Damn it. Okay. So, can I use my... This is the near dreaming. Can I use an intelligence gray mirror roll, perhaps, to point out a trot that will get them to where they're going?
I like it. I'll go with it because I like it. Go for it.
Okay.
You're trying to basically divine where they want to go and point them in the right direction, yeah?
Right. Using his knowledge of the dreaming and such. So, Christy, my dear, thank you so much for bearing with me. If you wouldn't mind rolling die for me, it will be 5 die.
That would be 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you kind of get a sense for it, and you think that you think you know where you'd be pointing them.
So he will try and he will clap his hands together, and then when he opens them, there's like a map of where they are now, and he kind of points them where they need to go.
Oh. Many thanks to you and wife.
Shit.
Just smile. No point.
Elk jerky, not sure?
Except some, because I'm probably getting hungry by now anyways.
Yeah. So he thanks them for their jerky and their hospitality. They were nice.
Yeah.
Jupiter's blessing.
Yeah, I could have got stabbed.
At least they didn't try to kill us like the Ed Heen did.
Exactly.
And they tromp off into the woods, and we will assume that you guys are starting to continue along your path back to the meadow at the start. Yeah. And we return to group number 1, who have closing in. You hear the sound of dogs barking in the distance, but crucially, you think that they are coming up behind you as you follow the trail, not ahead of you.
Oh, I will use my the second part of my sharp sense birthright to try and see through illusionary magic with a perception alertness difficulty 7 to see if we have been photo. Come on, please. I just need 1 7. Come on, dice gods. Yes.
No, you're fine. There's no illusion going on. There's some general background enchantment because it's a magic forest full of weird shit, as you can clearly see by now.
Yeah, like the beech tree.
But as we've seen so far, clearly, despite his worrying lack of political acumen, Rychard is a fairly decent tracker, and he is following. You are following a path of blood, though. Now, drops of blood and the increasingly broken branches, as though the creature you're tracking is being kind of more in flight rather than just moving through the forest.
Oh, look! If a group of, let's say, dogs would have attacked a certain knight's horse, I think we're on the right track. If that would have happened, of course.
But the dogs are the barking of the dogs is getting closer, following the trail.
Valarius takes out his sword. Well, friends, it looks like we have company.
Pietro brings out his sword.
And
we'll... Yep, go ahead.
Rychard will take out his and just look and go, finally.
So you're going to meet. You're going to
Pietro will
the oncoming. The oncoming
go ahead.
creature. Okay. You take up defensive stances, and the barking gets closer, and you start to smell the blood in the air as this great pack of dogs just comes charging at you from between the trees.
Yeah.
There is nothing but sheer death in their eyes. Bloody foam flecks and flies from their jaws. These things are huge.
Valarius lets out a laughter. Oh boy.
Yeah, sure. She can hear it 2 times, so I will be able to be less spotted by those weird shits. I want 2 successes to that.
Wait, what are we doing now?
Seems like we're about to go into combat.
Yep.
Awesome.
Doggies. Very, very bad doggies.
I'm gonna light my swords up.
Cool.
I'm gonna activate Quicksilver.
Yeah.
The lead dogs are probably no more than 2 meters away from you, and they fan out. A pack of them, a dozen. They form a circle around you. They start moving.
James, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra actions for me.
I will also activate Quicksilver.
Yeah. Let's say the 3 of us go with Quicksilver.
You hear hoofbeats. And a shining white horse bursts into the scene. On its back.
Amazing.
I think that's
Lady Sasha von Habsburg.
that's 4 or 5 successes for me, whichever the difficulty is.
I'm trying to say your your banality rating.
Okay, yes, then that's 5 successes for me.
Yeah, in my case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes for me. So 4 extractions.
Move aside, or my dogs will tear you to pieces.
Valarius steps forward. I will do no such thing.
You step forward. The dogs are at like 4 meters around you at this point.
If you follow the dogs, you'll call them off.
I will, since I'm kind of hiding, so to speak, I will aim to the nearest dog near Valarius, and I will shoot my prehensile tongue to it and slam it in the face.
Okay, so basically you're making like a surprise attack before the combat begins. That's fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
but
basically, it's like dexterity, athletics to try and pick up something. I'm just
bash it.
shooting my tongue at it. It needs to make a stamina roll, difficulty 6, if the character gets touched with the prehensile tongue. Failure leaves the character overcome with sheer disgust for a turn.
Well, it's a dog, so...
So yeah, Dex Athletics. To, lick. This is horrible, I'm licking a dog.
Yeah, the dog's not going to care that much, mate.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's a botch.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
Guess who just got bitten on the tongue?
Me. Yay.
You did.
you just Frenched a pit bull. How do you feel?
I got a question for you, Alejandro.
Yes.
You obviously, I know you're quite keen on Russian. Do you know what the Russian word for kill is?
No.
Well, that's what she says.
Great. Oh wait,
Nice.
my character is from Russia.
I'm pretty sure it's Gress.
Oh, there you go. Then that's the
Yeah,
command that she shouts to the dogs.
My character is from Russia. He's from the Gallian Confederation, actually.
Yeah. Well, you recognize what she just told him then.
Yeah. Shit.
That's okay.
Melville!
That's okay. 5 extra rounds or 5
Yeah,
extra
I have
missions.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Let's do this.
Sure.
Bitch needs to
Really
pay.
know this.
Okay, where's my thingy? Alright, initiative.
Wits, dexterity plus die 10, right?
Yep. I go on a 9, gentlemen.
I go on an 11.
I go on 12.
Okay. Yeah, they suck ass. Okay. You guys actually get to act first. Although I will point out that Pietro, your tongue is now in the teeth of a dog.
Sure.
Might want to work on that.
Yeah, sure. I have a quite changeling answer to that.
So, sorry, who was going first?
I am.
Valarius.
Depending on what the
Then-
dog's got.
The dogs suck balls. They
So
just
Valarius, Rychard, me and the dog.
basically they're gonna just like jump at you and attempt to bite you. But I'm assuming that you'll want to act first before they do the actual biting.
Alright, so...
If it makes you feel more badass, you can take them out mid-air.
Alright, well, that's... I hit.
Yeah, you do.
Just so you know, James, my sword hits on 4.
Okay. Yeah,
I
no problem.
don't think we established what my sword hits on. It's a treasure.
Just to be, well, it's just a standard, just to be a standard sword, apart from those specific qualities it has.
Does it do any extra damage? Because
It might set things on fire.
Okay.
And if that's not enough for you, then I'm afraid the problem lies with you.
No, that's quite enough. Setting things on fire works very well with this character.
No damage. Those ones suck, bro. Those ones suck, bro.
Oh.
No damage. Like, I strike it, but, like, no damage.
You hit it with the flat of your sword.
Yeah.
You bat it like the dog that was lunging at you. You bat it to one side, but it's it lands on its feet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when do the extra actions take place?
I'm actually going to go to Rick for this one. Oh, sorry, to Charles. Hello, Charles.
Charles, it's falling to you.
Help me out here a second.
What I'm going to do is, am I in combat or is this
No,
turn?
this is
No, they have their extra actions from Quicksilver. Do they get to just
I
take?
didn't notice the firework go off over in the noticed the general direction where the firework went off from earlier. So it was, drinking.
Sorry.
Valarius made like a firework, the sin of the Huntsmaster.
Yeah.
I noticed the direction where it was from.
If you probably would have seen it. Just about everyone would have seen it.
I'm going to basically bolt using the last bits of my Windrunner to head to that direction.
Okay, I do need to ask you, though, a rules question.
I had 14 turns with it. I was at 9 when I got to drinking. I want to say I was drinking for 2 turns, so I'm down to the last 6.
No, I need to ask you a rules question regarding the use of Quicksilver. The extra actions in combat that are granted by
The
Quicksilver.
turn.
When you
They
take...
come like at the they come at the end of combat. Like it works like celerity.
Celerity and raid actions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It basically comes like they get their normal turn, then they get like the extra turns at the end of combat.
Oh, okay. All right. If do you want to? Sorry, who was next then after Valarius?
I was.
Okay.
And I'm probably not going to do much, but we'll go with it anyway. You know what? Flaming swords. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
I like that. Alright, so
Okay.
what
That's
is it? That's 2. So what is that as far as damage? Rolling damage?
Yeah, it does to your damage. Yeah, the extra success to your damage roll.
Yeah, I know that. But
So it's your strength plus whatever your swords do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm assuming they're long swords, correct?
yeah, they're like long scimitar type swords.
All right. So it's strength plus 3. So your strength plus 3 plus 2, since the 2 carry over from your previous.
It's one actually, since one was to hit.
Oh,
and
I'm
the
sorry.
other carries over.
I'll
Well,
apologize. I didn't see
on
that part.
fire at the moment, because at the end they had exact damage instead of lethal.
Yep.
So yeah, it's lethal damage.
Okay. Show me some damage.
7, 8. Alright. Big damage.
Oh, damn!
You just slice a dog in half, and the 2 halves are burning. Pietro?
I will just use my tongue as a elastic band and launch myself with my rapier to the dog who has my tongue.
I'm going to ask you to take like a point of bashing damage for the damage to your tongue.
Yeah, sure.
Sound fair?
Sure.
Okay, go for it. Make an attack.
Whee! Flush. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's probably going to do the trick. Do you want some damage for him?
Sure. 2 plus 2 plus 4, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 3 damage.
Yeah, that's fine. You can cut a dog in half too, or at least pierce it through the heart. Okay. Sasha von Habsburg sees you guys beating her dogs off, and well, that sounded wrong. Let me try that again.
I'm not paying enough money for this.
That would be a very different resolution to the scene. No, she sees you like kill two of her pets and smack another one with the flat of your blade. I will give you a chance to make a nice, good threat. Valarius, this one's down to you, mate.
Oh, damn it.
Ah, yes. Look
Give
here,
me
you.
something good. Give me something good.
Look here, you honorless bitch. If you don't get down here and fight me like the bitch that you are. And
I'll open the mic up to someone else if they want to give us some.
somebody else.
All right.
Tonight.
Guys?
All right, I got one.
All right, go.
Move off, you honorless whelp, or this won't be the last you see of us.
I approve of it.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Pietro, want to bring it home?
Pietro will Yeah, Pietro will just recover his tongue and look at her and go like, "Climb down off your horse, honorless bitch, or I will feed your dogs. I will feed you to your dogs, or backwards, whatever you like."
Not you guys. Yeah. You guys
We,
do
we,
all right.
cannot, we are not Rick. We cannot threat for shit.
I can't threat right now.
Yeah, whatever.
No, but Sasha is very protective of her dogs that she spends a lot of time on, and she gives you the most, like, if looks could kill.
I give her a beckoning motion, like bring it, bitch.
She she shouts down in Russian, and the dogs back off and form around her. She gives you this look like she would say, like, if looks could kill, you'd be dead. She turns her horse and leaves. One of the dogs is limping from being smacked with a sword.
I kick the dog behind. I kick the dog in the ass and send it on its way.
Dude, you suck. But
That's evil. That's evil.
okay, you guys have successfully seen off the last competitor, and all that stands between you and your prize is a trail of blood.
He's gonna, he's gonna twirl his blades and sheath them, and point to the direction of blood. Shall we, gentlemen?
We shall.
Yes.
So you follow the trail, pushing past leaves. You go through these weird lotus-looking plants that have little flames jetting out of them. But you don't even care about the magical forest. You're just on the hunt now. You have the smell of blood in your nostrils. This is it. As you see that the blood is increasing amounts, the broken branches where this creature has stumbled into things, and more of it, until you eventually realize you're going up a hill, and you're kind of climbing up, following this path, getting increasingly easy to follow until you come out on an outcrop, and you're on a cliff top, and you can see out over a lot of the forest from here. There's a waterfall just off to one side, and against the skyline stands the Golden Hart. Blood drips from its flank, but it has this majestic look to it nonetheless, even though it's clearly very badly wounded.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver all the way.
The creature is the wrong word for this. This majestic beast, even though it is clearly close to death, it still has about it this majesty. It turns to you and it regards you with these golden eyes, and it bows its head at you. To you.
Ooh, I will stop, sheath my blade, bow to the creature. It has shown me respect. I need to show him respect back.
Valarius will bow and then charge at it.
God damn it, Valern!
Charge!
Well, Rychard will take aim with the. He'll first bow, and he'll kneel and take aim with the flintlock.
You all want the killing blow, don't you?
Yes.
I'm lunging after Valarius with my own rapier. God damn it, Valarius!
I love you too, baby.
Well, Valarius, you can have the free action because you jumped in there while everyone else was trying to show respect. That's your attack roll?
That's way too many dice. That was my Quicksilver action. I'm not even gonna take that as my regular action. That's like
shit.
Alright, so I guess, can I take my regular action then?
Yeah, you can.
Alright.
Like I say, you jumped the gun on everybody, so I'll go for it.
Spend a point of willpower, and Oive. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 goes over, so that's 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 points of aggravated damage.
You will slay the beast with a single strike.
Ah, shit.
It is already badly wounded.
And Pietro just stops in his tracks, sheathes his weapon, and claps to Valarius. Good hunt, Baron. You fucking kill stealer, but good hunt anyway.
The Baron will wink at you and say, "Better luck next time."
I helped.
Yeah, you did. Awesome job.
You
would have been lost without me.
I have no doubt.
A sort of trickle of golden sparkles comes from the killing blow and up into the air and visible across all the forest, as it almost like fireworks in the day, as these golden sparkles of the blood.
Every person that plays League of Legends is like screaming at the top of their lungs, "Kill Stealer, noob, fuck off my shit."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because what happened to? Oh, Valarius has too much glory already.
Yeah. Well, you guys can discuss that afterwards, because right now you will find that the act of killing it has summoned Baxter, the huntsman master. And he comes out. "Congratulations, my lord."
Thank you. He'll bow deeply.
"Shall I perform the ceremony?"
If you don't mind.
"If you three would like to kneel."
We shall.
Pietro goes to Valarius' side, a couple of steps back, and he kneels.
The Huntsmaster takes a brush and kind of dips it in the wound, and the thick blood adheres to it, and he will smear it across your cheeks and forehead. Kind of 1, 2, 3. And he does this to each of you, and each of you feel your glamour pools refresh entirely as you are infused with this.
All right.
Grrr.
Richard's wings will flare a little bit and then go back down.
We must. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. It doesn't matter if you don't need glamour. You get it anyway. It's good.
The blessings of having sex in Changeling.
Anyway, you have, my lord. You are to be crowned lord of the feast, and all shall hear of this victory. Now comes the most arduous part of the entire day. Your servants shall carry the carcass as we make our way back.
Question him, servants?
Richard's gonna look over at Pietro, and
Pietro looks at both of them. I'm not servants. Sorry.
Well, you're gonna have to get it back somehow.
Fine.
Sure, the three of us can pool.
Of course.
Very well. The Huntsmaster will lead you out of the forest as you carry or pull your the carcass of the beast with you.
Carry it.
I will say when the creature was killed, Rick, you and your drunken friends probably would have been like, "Oh, fantastic fireworks display." Sitara, you and the Marshal kind of leave each other's embrace for a moment as you notice this, which only adds to the awesomeness of this particular locale. And then get right back to what you were doing. Her hot breath on your neck. And of course, Kagoma and Eve. you guys, as you're walking back, you hear this go off. But you know, you weren't really trying to win anyway.
He's decided. He's like, I wonder who won.
There's a lot of drunken singing, I imagine, coming.
Let's go find out who won.
And you, each of you in your own way, eventually make your way out of the forest. Some of you, because of either lust or liquor, perhaps take longer than others.
I wonder who that is.
Really want. I had to have a belly assist. I might enjoy flying around drunk.
And since it is very late and we've all been here for a very long time, I'm going to sum up at this point. The feast that follows, of course, by the time you've got back and everyone starts to leave, has left the forest, the encampment has been set up for the night, and quite a night it is. In fact, I encourage all of you to post gossip in the thread about what you got up to. But most importantly of all, Valarius, you are sat at the head of the table. You are sat with Queen Mab and Morwen, Lenore. Although in this time only, you are the head of the table. Although you still have dried blood on your faces. You are presented with the antlers, the golden antlers of the beast, which are in fact worth 1 permanent dross.
Sweet.
And as for the rest, you have a wonderful night. There is food of all kinds, singing, dancing, bards telling stories, singing songs, making a bit of money on the side probably too, gambling, drunken sex. It's a pretty awesome party. And as I say, anybody who wants to post up some gossip in the thread about crazy shit they saw or did, I highly encourage it.
I did have a question.
Absolutely.
As we walked back and we went to the lotus flowers that were on fire.
Yeah.
Can I pick one?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It just has like a little puff of flame periodically.
Okay.
And I will leave you guys. We will leave it there because, as I say, it's getting very, very late. I thank you for joining us, and for those of you who actually sat and watched all of this, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and for those who played, thank you. Awesome to see you. Everybody, say good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.
Don't be that guy.